ICE is ramping up activity among New Jersey's more than 500,000 unauthorized immigrants, Seth Capperdale says. The pastor and immigration advocate runs a hotline called DIRE, Deportation and Immigration Response Equipo, which usually gets 3 calls a month.
And it rang 5 times this week with people who...
What's going on? This is Patriot Dave, and I want to point out something through this video right here. These people that do this, these people, I feel, are not American. They're not patriotic to this country. They don't care about Americans. And deep down inside, they want America to fail. Because I see things like this and it really burns me up. But let's see what's happening up here in New Jersey, because you're going to see a person make the Attorney General in New Jersey, and I'm going to make my little thought about that guy.
Who saw ICE activity in neighborhoods where they hadn't seen ICE activity for many months or ever.
ICE vowed last week to double down on federal efforts to arrest unauthorized immigrants, targeting them in their neighborhoods and at work. The crackdown comes in response to a new directive from State Attorney General Gabriel Graywall, who ordered Jersey law enforcement to severely limit how much it helps ICE detain immigrants, a direct slap at the Trump administration's policies.
With today's directive, we are sending a message to those in Washington that we will not...
Okay, let me stop right there. As I stated before, okay, now this isn't directed at this person right here, because you know YouTube. But I have said over and over again, just like I put up that video of the movie, basically that clip of the Trojan horse from the movie Troy. They could not penetrate the fortification that their enemy had. So therefore they pretended that they left that country or that land, and they hid inside that Trojan horse. And once that Trojan horse, because they presented it as a gift, once that Trojan horse made it inside that fortified place that their enemy had, they came out of the Trojan horse. And they attacked and they burned it down from the inside out. Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again. I don't have a problem with people coming to this country the right way. But there are people, I believe, that come to the country just because they can get inside our government. And once they get in these key positions, they want to change the American way of life and the American laws from the inside out. And it's hard for me to see certain people in a certain way and accept them, especially when they start talking about a country that has provided for them. But I see these people, they will not fight for their own country. They come to America to where they can pretend that they are so brave and cocky, but they are so cowardice that they can't stay in their own country and fight for their rights to change their country. Those, to me, that get into the government are cowards. They pretend just because I call them pseudo-Americans. That's what I do. Because they pretend, they smile in Americans' face just so they can get key positions, and then they start talking down to our government, telling our government what our government is going to do. Totally defiant. And I hope that once President Trump get more time, that he start dealing with these treasonous traitors. Period. Because I'm going to say it like this, and it has nothing to do with hate speech. I'm just saying what I need to say. Everybody pretend that they want to be American, but everybody don't want to be American. They want the position so they can change the laws from within to benefit their type of people that look like them. Especially when the people are here illegally. They have no business being in the United States, but you have these people that look like them, and it was always their plan to mix up the government of the United States, just like they did in Europe. And Europe and Paris has got turned to trash. And they want to bring their corrupt ways that's embedded in their DNA into American government and disrupt our way, the American way, the patriot way, whichever way you want to choose it. These illegal aliens got no business here, and they don't have a community here, especially if they snuck into the country unlawfully. But yet, all those people that sneak in and they vote when they're not supposed to vote, they're here illegally. These different states allow them illegals to vote and put people in office that looks like them. So therefore they cheated. And once that person that looked like them get in office, and they hate America, they pretend they'll put the flag on, and they think that Americans are stupid. They'll wear the flag pin and they'll stand up there, but in the same breath, they want to change the American laws to benefit illegals, someone that does not belong here. Let's finish listening to this, and I'm done on that.
Not allow you to drive a wedge between our law enforcement officers and our immigrant communities.
Graywall's new directive.
Oh, so now the immigrants own the law enforcement in New Jersey. And this guy here, I don't know how he got in there, but this guy, I don't think he like America. I can look in his face. I don't care what no one say. This guy does not like Americans. He wanted this position so he can change the laws to represent immigrants, illegal ones. And he's going to put Americans in the back burner. And these different people that's getting in the Senate and the Congress, you watch. One day you're going to turn around, and I don't know who's going to end up running. I think it was some Asian guy said that he wanted to run for president. You think I trust that? No. No. These people are not, certain people are not American. They are pseudo-Americans. They pretend they're American. They get the green card. They stay here. They steal their way in. Their parents steal their way in. And then all of a sudden, their children want to stand up, get certain positions, and pretend that they are such upstanding, straight up American citizens when they're not. They're just pseudo. Next thing you know, they'll be taking over the military. Oh, I forgot there was a general at one time, an Asian guy that was in charge of the military. That's why he changed out the covers that we were wearing into berets, because he couldn't get his. He couldn't make it through Ranger School. So he decided, hey, the whole military should have berets. Which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but it's just the fact that the way he did it and why he did it. So America has to be very careful. I don't understand why Americans, these liberals, continue to think that what they're doing is right, and it's not right. Not by a long shot.
To a new directive from State Attorney General Gabriel Graywall, who ordered Jersey law enforcement to severely limit how much it helps ICE detain immigrants, a direct slap at the Trump administration's policy.
Now you see that. Like I said, you look at the guy and you look at what he said. He's within the government now, within New Jersey.